think the conversation has kept coming up about the agricultural needs of Alabama, where there is an enormous amount of wealth that needs to be exploited. And I think where I'm standing, from my point of view, and where I'm sitting, I know what I need to do it. But do you, when I say you, do you all understand how you have to start thinking differently to help make this work? Because your traditional models are not going to work.
Barbara started out talking about value chains. I mean, we live in a world now where, you know, you're one person, you go to the bank, you get a yes or no. You know what I mean? We got to stop living in that world. We got to start living in networks and communities. You know, and I don't just mean physical communities, but I mean, you know, the people in this room here are a community, even though we're from different areas. And so, yeah, what is the value chain that we need to build? I mean, if a farmer needs, you know, little bits of money, you know, it'd be really interesting, and this will happen, I think, over time. I don't know how much we can do today, but I mean, what is the value chain of the financial side that can help make this happen? Does, you know, money need to flow from a bank into a loan fund, and is there need to be technical assistance over here, or is there some kind of grant that can feed the value chain, and then maybe a loan comes in later? You know, I mean, we need to start to get a sense, what's the kind of ecosystem? What's the value chain that we're building here that can make things happen that are not happening when we're all out there as isolated people? So thank you so much for saying that. You know, I think that's exactly the kind of conversation we need to be having. Is that conversation happening among you guys?
If you look at any and every emerging market of business owners, farmers, minority companies in Alabama, there is a lack of access to capital for those groups. And you're right, the rules as written don't seem to do the job, because many of those folks from those emerging groups don't get up to the bar. I mean, the bar. So what do we do? Well, we're working with groups in our agency to help build capacity within organizations and among business people and you among farmers to help approach the bar that way. But at some point, we're going to have to get the folks who own the bar to maybe drop it down so that we quickly reach the bar. See, and the bar's steadily going this way, especially with the credit crunch. The bar went up even higher. And our capacity is growing, but if we keep doing that, we'll never reach it. So I think the point is, and what we have to do is we have to work on both ends of that continuum. We have to work with lenders and providers of finance, be they investors or lenders or government or institutions, to amend some of their policies. And we have to work with our end users, the business owners, the farmers, the micro enterprises, to make sure that they grow and increase their capacity. So we meet quicker.
Sure.
We find that midpoint a little bit quicker.
Yeah.